he's ever seen in his life has been me and Manny Pacquiao.
Really?
Yeah. I won't disclose what took place, but it's been great.
You say you knocked out Manny Pacquiao?
I don't know what that means.
But he's still young. He's strong. He's a big boy. Pacquiao is 46, man. It's tough, man.
Kind of, in the most respectful way, like make him regret, coming out of retirement, to face me.
The boxing world has been set ablaze with speculation and concern following reports of Manny Pacquiao's latest sparring session as he prepares to face Mario Barrios. While his sparring partner confirmed the session took place, he refused to divulge any specifics, keeping everything tightly sealed. When directly asked whether he had knocked Pacquiao out, he merely laughed, offering neither confirmation.
So now you're a big deal. And didn't you spar Manny Pacquiao around that time?
Yeah.
How's Manny Pacquiao in the ring?
Oh, man, we worked so much. We worked so much together. Freddie Roach, I can quote him. He said that the best fights, sparring he's ever seen in his life has been me and Manny Pacquiao.
Really?
Yeah. I won't disclose what took place, but it's been great.
You say you knocked out Manny Pacquiao?
I don't know what that means. I have amnesia.
Okay.
Esteemed trainer Robert Garcia has voiced serious doubts about Pacquiao's return, emphasizing that at 46 years old, the odds are firmly stacked against him. Garcia cautioned that stepping back into the ring at this age is an enormous gamble, especially given the harsh realities of modern boxing, which rarely shows mercy to aging fighters. While he acknowledged Pacquiao's legendary resume, Garcia underscored a hard truth: time remains undefeated. He argued that Manny's reflexes.
And lastly, Robert, do you think Pacquiao wins this fight?
Man, look, Pacquiao's is a legend. He's a legend. He's everybody, myself, Mexicans, people love him because he's just such a great person. He helps a lot. Everything he does is to help people out, and I know of so many stories of people that he's helped, things that he's done in his country. So you can't help not like him, not wish him well. But I got 36. It's too hard.
46, yeah. 46.
Oh, my bad. 46. Yeah. He's 4 years younger than me, man. I don't see myself being able to, box for 12 rounds against a young fighter, even though Barrios might be the lighter of the welterweight division.
Right.
But he's still young. He's strong. He's a big boy. Pacquiao is 46, man. It's tough, man. But it's been done before, man. Foreman done it. Hopkins did it. That Leonard came back, also and did it after a long retirement. So is it possible? Yeah. Does he have the talent to do it? Yeah. Was he one of the best fighters of all times? Yeah. So we could see him pull it off, man. But I don't see it happening.
A number of sports analysts have expressed hesitation in fully endorsing Pacquiao's comeback, not out of doubt in his greatness, but due to the challenging circumstances. Still, they acknowledge that Pacquiao wouldn't step into the spotlight, again without a deep-seated belief in his abilities. They contend that a fighter of his caliber doesn't take such a risk unless he truly believes he can still compete. While few are willing to predict a win outright, some maintain
everyone's going to be paying attention. I know I have been these last couple of weeks, watching all these old fights, looking at interviews, watching him train. It just makes you think, like, does he have one more in him? I don't know. He thinks so, and we're going to watch him try at least.
Against Mario Barrios, he's going to be looking for the WBC World Tour World titles, huh?
Yeah. Barrios is a world champion in a welterweight division that is about as weak as I've ever seen it. I think probably people older than me won't ever remember. This might be the weakest welterweight division in history, especially with the removal of Ennis, who's likely seen his last fight at welterweight. I do believe that there are guys coming up in the pipeline that are pretty good welterweights, but they're not at the championship, or they're not getting the championship shot quite yet. But if there's a moment in time where an older fighter can jump in and maybe steal a moment or steal a belt and win a championship and do something special, it's probably right now. It's Mario Barrios losing the welterweight title isn't exactly Michael Moore losing the heavyweight title to George Foreman, when Moore had just beaten Evander Holyfield. It was a shock when Foreman beat him. but nonetheless, it's still an accomplishment. And you know, I think, dude, I think Barrios sucks. So
Mario Barrios has been candid and confident about his intentions, making it clear that he believes Pacquiao's return from retirement will prove to be a grave error. Barrios has closely studied recent footage of Manny's training and has tailored his preparation to exploit perceived weaknesses, most notably in Pacquiao's speed and endurance. Although he expressed respect for Manny's legendary career, Barrios emphasized that the man he's preparing to face is no longer the same unstoppable force that once dominated the sport.
Get in this camp.
So yeah, then I guess I'll put it this way: like, I don't think based on that, then you should be surprised with anything Manny does, or is it like, well, we'll see with the first punch how that mimics the sparring?
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of like the like best way, right? Because I mean, again, we have been trying to mimic or trying to get the looks that Manny brings as best as we can, but still, everything it's gonna come down to fight night. I'm still preparing for the best version of like Manny that I can. I'm not going in there expecting to be like facing an old man. So yeah, I'm expecting him to be fast, to be moving. So yeah, I'm just expecting the best from him.
I would think because you're younger, that the later the fight goes, the more it's in your favor, right? Like, do you guys feel that?
I feel that. I have confidence, and the more, the longer the fight goes, right? It's I mean, it's my job to go in there and yeah, like make him feel like the old man, make him feel kind of in the most respectful way, like make him regret coming out of retirement to face me, make him question it, right? Like why did I come back for this?
Mario Barrios has been candid and confident about his intentions, making it clear that he believes Pacquiao's return from retirement will prove to be a grave error. Barrios has closely studied recent footage of Manny's training and has tailored his preparation to exploit perceived weaknesses, most notably in Pacquiao's speed and endurance. Although he expressed respect for Manny's legendary career, Barrios emphasized that the man he's preparing to face is no longer the same unstoppable force that once dominated the sport. He sees this.
So Manny Pacquiao's gonna get knocked out by Mario Barrios. And I get it, like, Mario Barrios is like far from a good fighter. Mario Barrios is one of the worst champions in all of boxing, but Manny Pacquiao is so old, bro. I think a lot of you guys forget Manny Pacquiao fought last year and he arguably lost to like a Muay Thai kickboxer dude. Like, this dude wasn't even a boxer. Yes, he was really big, but the dude was just not a boxer. Honestly, I think the WBC should call this fight off. I think it's not too late to kind of go back on your word and let's call this one off. This fight should not be sanctioned by anybody. This fight should not be allowed. At least Mario Barrios should be stripped of his WBC title for defending it against a 46-year-old. Is there a slim chance Manny Pacquiao is able to outmaneuver him and maybe outpoint him, punch, around him? Yeah, maybe. But realistically, it won't happen. But if he does, I think it will solidify him as the greatest boxer of all time. No questions about it. I think if he does win this fight, it would put him clearly over Ali, Ray Robinson, Ray Leonard, and Floyd Mayweather. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts on how y'all feel about this fight.
Concerns have also been echoed by several analysts, including a vocal panel of 11 experts who have highlighted troubling signs in Pacquiao's recent performances. They reference his last appearance in the ring, which lacked the sharpness and fluid footwork that once set him apart. The consensus is that this fight carries immense risk, particularly in the face of Barrios' youth, punching power, and high endurance. Most believe that if Pacquiao cannot keep up.
Okay, so a few more days, the Pacquiao, Barrios, and of course I'm here with Alex. Who better knows Pacquiao than Alex? How do you see the fight going down?
I think it's a good fight. I think Manny, they picked a good opponent. The blueprint's already there. Margarito, only not as big. So Manny just has to do the same thing.
Easier said than done, but you know, a lot of because of course I've watched a lot of analysts, experts. They're saying yes, that's the blueprint. Can he do it at 46?
If I was privy to what he's doing, then I would say I'd be able to say yes or no. But I'm not. Like again, like with my teams, we have a dietitian, we have a chef, we have a recovery doctor. We know where our fighter is, and he's only 21. Manny's 46, so they should be checking his blood, finding out what his optimal levels are, what he's probably deficient in, what he's not deficient in. You know what they have to. So they should be all on top of that.
Can you make a good assumption based on what you see on training and videos if he's in good condition?
I don't see anything. All I see is the same thing. To be honest, I see him doing a lot of shadow boxing. They don't show sparring, so we don't really know.
So you can't really test if his condition.
No, he's always looks good before the fight.